Hello guys, welcome back to CEO Ryan TV. So guys, we are remaining with few days before the end of transfer window, but many clubs are a bit surprised with how Chelsea is doing their business during this transfer window. There are so many Chelsea players that many football fans may be expected to find it difficult to find the best football club that it can suit them. But Chelsea has done perfect business. Many people or many fans across the world, they were saying the likes of delap, Jackson, and also Santos were Chelsea biggest flops. But Chelsea has disapproved them by selling all these players during this transfer window. Santos is a Manchester United player as we speak right now. After completing the transfer move to Manchester United, that it costed 50 million euros for Manchester United to launch that kind of midfielder. And he already started the game against Hull City. So he was warming the bench at Stamford Bridge, but currently he is among the starting players. But he was a bench warmer at Chelsea. So many people were surprised on how Chelsea cashed on Santos and got very big profit, a very big margin of profit. And also delap. Delap has been struggling. Chelsea fans were fed up with him. That's why they are happy because delap is now a Nottingham player. So Chelsea fans are happy. But the biggest question is how Chelsea managed to let delap go with that huge amount of money. They sold delap 45 million euros to Nottingham, and many fans across the world are a bit surprised how Chelsea convinced Nottingham Forest to sign Delap on that huge amount of money. Remember, Delap was signed from Ipswich and he costed Chelsea 30 million euros at that time, but Chelsea has received a very good profit from the sale of Delap. So it is a very, very good business between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. And also Nikolas Jackson. Nikolas Jackson was a very good player, a very, very good attacking player, striker. He was doing well, but because Chelsea has so many good players up front, the likes of Welbeck and Joao Pedro, it means that he will not get a chance to perform week in, week out at Chelsea Football Club. So he decided to look for another club, a club that he can always be in the starting 11. That's why he decided to join Aston Villa. Remember, Unai Emery was his former boss or his former coach. That's why Nikolas Jackson also was interested to join Aston Villa. But the big question, the big surprise was his huge amount of fee that Aston Villa were willing to pay to land Nikolas Jackson. So Aston Villa decided to pay 65 million euros to sign Jackson from Chelsea. That is a huge amount of money to sign a striker who has been on the bench throughout last season. Remember, last season Nikolas Jackson was at Bayern Munich on loan, and this season he came so that Xabi Alonzo can assess him and see if he is fit to be among his strikers. But Jackson was not good enough to convince Xabi Alonso. That's why Xabi Alonso gave green light to let Chelsea sell Nikolas Jackson to Aston Villa. But that is a huge amount of money for a player like Nikolas Jackson. Remember, Chelsea signed Nikolas Jackson from Villarreal. At that time, he costed Chelsea 35 million euros. But Chelsea has decided to sell him to Aston Villa with a big margin of profit. It is a very, very big surprise to other clubs that are not good at doing this kind of business. So Chelsea is a big club and it will always sell good players to these other clubs, and also it will attract bigger players. Remember, Chelsea is not playing Champions League football this season, but it has attracted so many good players, the likes of Morgan, the likes of Welbeck, Pep Chavaria, Palestra. So all these good players, and also Lacroix, the new signing, all these players still value Chelsea, still sees Chelsea as one of the biggest clubs in the world.